In a shocking turn of events, former NBA player Gilbert Arenas, also known as Agent Zero, was arrested last week in Washington, D.C., and charged with first-degree unlawful possession of a firearm. But what's the real reason why he was arrested? Was it because he had an unregistered gun or some illegal substance? Well, not quite. The actual reason is way more bizarre than that. Keep watching to find out exactly what happened to Gil. It all started back in 2018, when the D.C. police began receiving numerous complaints about a high-stakes illegal poker game being hosted at Gilbert's home. Apparently, these games were going down almost every weekend and attracting big crowds. We're talking about hundreds of people showing up each time, all eager to play poker and have a good time. And how much money was being wagered during these games? A lot. Sources claim that stacks of cash were everywhere, and players would walk away with thousands of dollars in their pockets. Gilbert wasn't just some small-time hustler running a couple $100 buy-in games. Well, sir. But how did the authorities get wind of this illegal poker den? According to sources, an anonymous tipster contacted the police and informed them about the goings-on at Gilbert's house. You might be wondering who would do something like that. Well, apparently one of Gilbert's neighbors was fed up with the constant commotion and decided to spill the beans to the authorities. Can you blame him? Imagine having a guy like Gilbert throwing house parties with hundreds of people every weekend. It's bound to get annoying pretty fast. Finally, after months of receiving complaints, the police decided to raid Gilbert's home. And let me tell you, they weren't expecting what they found. When the police searched the premises, they discovered stacks of cash, drug paraphernalia, and even some guns. Gilbert was then taken into custody and charged with possession of an illegal weapon, specifically a .38 caliber revolver. He was also charged with possession of an unregistered gun and possession of a large-capacity firearm. Let's talk about a wild arrest. So what's next for Gilbert? Well, he's been released pending a court appearance, which will likely take place in the coming weeks. As for his defense, Gilbert claims that the guns were legally registered and that he had a license to carry them. However, the police seem to beg to differ, stating that one of the firearms was not legally registered in Washington, D.C. Either way, this whole situation has left many people scratching their heads. Why was Gilbert hosting illegal poker games in the first place? Did he really think he could get away with it? What was he thinking when he decided to engage in such risky behavior? One thing's for sure, though. This arrest has definitely put a damper on Gilbert's reputation. Once considered one of the NBA's rising stars, Gilbert's career has taken a downward spiral both on and off the court. In recent years, he's been known more for his eccentric behavior and legal troubles than his basketball skills. Remember that time he brought a loaded gun into a crowded Washington, D.C. nightclub in 2006? Or when he got into a physical altercation with teammate Javaris Crittenton, leading to both of them being suspended by the NBA. Gilbert's history is littered with questionable decisions that have ultimately derailed his career. What's your take on Gilbert's latest arrest? You think he's a cautionary tale of what can happen when athletes get a little too famous and a little too reckless? Or do you think there's more to the story than meets the eye? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, if you want to learn more about some of Gilbert's other crazy antics, I highly recommend checking out our video on his insane fight with teammate Jarvis Crittenton. You won't believe what these two did to each other. Just click the link on the screen now to check it out. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.